Most immediately recognizable of traditional Japanese garments, the kimono. High-quality kimonos have always been made from silk. This material is produced from the larva of a moth, the silkworm. When it's time for the larvae to make their cocoons, they do this by extruding long threads. These threads are spun together to make silk yarn. In the early 1900s, Japan was the world's biggest exporter of raw silk, and Japanese silk is still renowned for its very high quality. Seio City in the mountains of Ehime has been manufacturing the highest grade silk for about 1.5 centuries. It's the home of Iyo raw silk, a variety known for its luxurious softness. Here, silk thread is being reeled from cocoons. Iyo silk is produced using a highly labor and time-intensive technique. Yields are less than half those from other methods, but working slowly with less tension on the threads results in a much softer silk. High-end kimonos and obis made with Iyo silk are exceptionally soft and comfortable, with a flattering fit. Norihiko Matsuyama was born and bred in Seio. He began cultivating silkworms for Iyo silk 3 years ago. Matsuyama decided to take up this new profession out of a desire to preserve his region's tradition of silk manufacturing. I wanted to contribute even a little to the town where I grew up. It wasn't that I had to, because no one else was doing it, but I felt very strongly that this was a job I could devote the rest of my life to. Silkworms feed on mulberry leaves, so mulberry cultivation is the most important part of his work. Matsuyama ensures the ideal growing environment by using no pesticides or chemicals and doing all weeding and pruning by hand. All was going well when, in the summer of 2018, heavy rains and floods devastated this region. Matsuyama's farm was badly damaged. Thanks to much help from my fellow farmers, I eventually managed to restore my mulberry trees to the way they were. Now I'm able to focus again on the work of reviving our town. Matsuyama's goal is to make the appeal of Iyo silk known worldwide. This is the dream that drives him to labor over his silkworms. Now let's move to a traditional silk-making region that's also using cutting-edge technology to create new kinds of silk. Gunma is Japan's largest silk producer and home to the Tomioka Silk Mill, a World Heritage Site that played a vital role in the modernization of this industry. Here in Gunma, they have developed the world's first fluorescent silk. It's based on a special protein discovered by Professor Osamu Shimomura, for which he was awarded the 2008 Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Living organisms modified with this protein can emit fluorescent light. The protein was successfully used to modify a number of species before experiments began with silkworms. Silk made from these fluorescent silkworms has allowed fashion designers to create some spectacular effects. From tradition to innovation, high-quality Japanese silk seems once again set to capture hearts worldwide.